Hey there, everybody, and welcome to the Happiness Jungle TV show with yours truly, your Chief Happiness Officer, Lyn-Dee Eldridge. And I am very, very peaceful today. Our guest today is a woman out of Boston, Mass, that is going to teach us about more tranquility in our life, how to really understand our inner core, and how to be able to go into a calmer state, especially when there's frustrating things going on in our lives. This woman is the owner of Essentially Holy. She is going to teach us about meditation. She's going to teach us about essential oils, what's good, what's bad, what to use. And I know in today's world, we could be living a very stressful life. So without further ado, please help me welcome our very calming and successful guest, Carolyn Jenkins. Carolyn, can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear. You sound awesome.
Oh, Carolyn, I am thrilled. We have never met in person. I'm going to be back in the New Hampshire area right now. We're recording. I'm in my satellite studio in South Florida, and I'm going to be back up in the New England area next month. So I'll be excited. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Can you share with our audience all about you? Start with, how did you get involved with what is it that you're doing for so many people to live a more calmer, peaceful life?
Oh gosh, it starts way back when, but let me try to keep it sort of present. Basically, I discovered spiritual living many years ago at Kripalu, the Center for Yoga and Health. I did a week-long course in metta meditation, which is loving kindness meditation, which is a beautiful practice, absolutely beautiful. And that sort of started me on this spiritual path of seeking inner calm, seeking connection, seeking a relationship with the universe, with all that is good and beautiful. And this was a perfectly wonderful personal journey I was on. But then I discovered that I really wanted my personal and my professional lives to be more in sync. So it became important to me to bring the spiritual component into my work. At the time, I was working with essential oils. And essential oils have wonderful, wonderful capabilities of bringing us to a center, of opening us up to divine love, of bringing us to peace. I then became involved in hypnotherapy and realized I can do the same thing.
Wow.
I can help people find their inner voice, that deep, soft voice that can guide us to our core, where there is love and joy.
Oh my goodness. You know, I just feel so calm just hearing your voice, your mannerism. And I have to share with you that I also had the great pleasure of being at a retreat at the Kabbalah Center. So I know for a fact that your training was number one. That's first of all. And I applaud you for going up to that gorgeous, gorgeous mountaintop. And it was just so very tranquil. And not only learning how to do different yoga, dance yoga and meditation yoga and all that yoga, but knowing that that's where you come from and that's where a lot of your training came from, I know for a fact that you are number one in your field. So thank you so much for sharing that. And yeah, because it was amazing. And in regards to
It
essential
is.
oils, I know that there is so many healing factors. So, with our audience out there, the purpose of my show is to help people live a happier, more joyful life. And I want you to share with them how could they really understand how to dig deeper into their core and really try to be more medication free, but more natural, because your spiritual wellness program is to be admired and it is to be absolutely taken advantage of by many who can gravitate towards you. So let's talk about the essential oils because there's so much out there. I understand that there's one essential oil that you could use and it's for the bottom of your feet. What is that one and what is that one for?
Well, there are a number of essential oils that you can use on the bottoms of your feet. The bottoms of your feet have the largest pores. So the oil absorbs very quickly and goes throughout the body through the circulatory system. That's how essential oils work. They actually go tip to toe, absolutely tip to toe.
Tip to toe. I like
It's awesome. Yes. They can do so many different things. One oil that I love to put on any part of me is frankincense. This is an old oil. We found this in the pyramids in Egypt. Yes, it was buried with the pharaohs. Wow. It is so grounding. It brings you to your center. It brings both calm and inner focus so that you can talk with your inner self. Talk with your heart. Another one is lavender. Lavender is all things calming, all things serene. And again, to put that, you can put it on your feet, but the aroma, you want to put it right on your wrists so that every time you spread your arms, you can smell the wonderful lavender scent. And the lavender, again, brings calm and peace to what can be a jangled, jumbled world.
A jangled, jumbled world. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Do you, because you're in the Boston area, do you have a center where people come and they learn about how to be calmer within? Is that one of the things that you do?
Yes, I do. I have an office in Norwell, which is south of Boston. And I hold classes here occasionally, and I'll go to people's homes if that's what it takes. I love the oils. Yeah. They're fabulous. And to learn about...
I love that you just shared that you will go to people's homes, because there are many people that, for whatever reason, they can't leave their home. So what is the radius of where you would travel? Is it 25 miles to go see a client? Is it 50 miles? Would you go back, would you go into New Hampshire? You're also close to Connecticut. How far would you go for a client?
I would drive like an hour.
Okay. So that's a good 50 miles. That's a good 50 miles. So do you also do online services? Because I know that with social media today, we're very, very blessed that we're able to go ahead and attract people from all over the world, like my clients are from all over the world. And the way that I get to interact with them is online, like the Zoom. Is that something that you also offer?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And very effective,
the online
right?
It's very effective. The oils need to be smelled. That's the one problem with the oils.
Oh.
Because the same issue can be addressed by a number of different oils. And sometimes it depends which one you choose on which one smells best to you.
Do you have your own line of essential oils?
No, I carry a specific line, a specific manufacturer of quality therapeutic grade essential
Okay.
oils.
Yeah, and I love that because when people don't know what they don't know, it's experts like you that bring them to the knowledge and the right product so they could have exactly the results that they're looking for. And
Right.
so I appreciate that. How long have you been doing this?
I've been selling the oils for 5 years, I believe. And I've been doing the hypnotherapy for about 3.
Wow.
And I used to do essential oils. I did essential oils long before they were really popular,
Mm-hmm.
but I did them because they smelled good. I just wanted the house to smell good. And I would read about them, and I would read about how effective they were for various ailments and for various mental states and for spiritual practice. And I just thought, oh, bunkum. That doesn't, no, that didn't believe any of that.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't until I was working with some people whom I really respected and discovered that they had themselves had wonderful results from
Wow.
essential oils. And so now I'm thinking, maybe I should rethink this. And I'm so glad I did, because the oils, if you have a therapeutic grade, a pure essential oil, they have tremendous effects. They have physical effects, emotional effects, mental effects, and spiritual effects.
Oh.
They're
Now,
amazing.
go ahead.
Now, do you have any particular issues you would like to address by a natural means? That's the big thing. Oils are natural. They're non-toxic. They don't have drug interactions or side effects.
And that's wonderful right there. That is so, I love hearing that because there are so many people that in today's world are being prescribed prescriptions and now they're becoming addicted to it. And I would like to help people get off of those meds slowly because I understand, detoxing and everything. But my goal is for all of our listeners to be able to realize that there's another solution and it's not a prescription from a doctor. So I appreciate you sharing that. You also mentioned that you're a hypnotherapist, correct?
Exactly.
So yeah, I love that. Did you attend the hypnotist, I can't even talk right now, convention in August that was in Marlborough, Mass?
I love
So
it.
you're very
Yes,
familiar
love
with
it.
my former father-in-law, Eldridge?
Of course.
Yes. So Elsa has been running the hypnotist convention now for, oh my God, well over, I believe over 60 years. So I get to go when I'm back in the New England area, and I have absolutely participated in many of those conventions. And
Oh,
I just
wow.
love being around all of you. And it's just a delight. Now, there was a person that introduced you and I, because we haven't even met yet. Right? And who is that person?
Right. Tom Nicoli.
Mr. Tom Nicoli himself, who has been on my show a few times. And when Tom reached out to me and said, you have to have this woman, Carolyn Jenkins, on your show, she is the real deal. So anything that Tom says to me, I listen and I take action. So God bless Tom, and I'm so happy that he shared you with me and that we all have a common goal, and that is to help people heal.
Exactly. It's the
Yeah.
most important thing, that our health, our health in all aspects of us, the
Yes.
spiritual and emotional as well as the physical. It's all we really have. It's all we really have.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
important that
And
we take care of ourselves.
yeah, I want to talk about meditation. There are many, many forms of meditation. For instance, when I meditate, I cannot close my eyes because it takes me places where I don't like to go. So for me, when I meditate, I find something and I just go into a daydream. Can you share with us the different types of meditation? Because I know that there are people out there that would love to learn, how do I really meditate? I've tried it and I'm not very successful at it. What would you suggest for meditation for everybody out there?
The main thing I would suggest is do it. Just sit. You don't need to twist yourself into a pretzel. That gets really uncomfortable really fast. You can sit in a chair. You want it fairly straight because you want your abdomen nice and open so that you can breathe. Breathing is the most important element of meditation. Beyond that, there's no way of doing it wrong. You want to try to allow your mind to settle. And that can be hard especially for Americans. We have too much going on.
Yeah.
We want to run. We don't walk, we run.
Yeah.
And for some people, journaling is actually a wonderful form of meditation. It can be, if approached with that intention of getting at your core. And for some, especially for some Americans, journaling is more effective, especially at the beginning, than meditation because their mind is occupied. The other thing for people who are having a hard time getting into it, guided meditation can be very helpful. The person I most love in the field is Sharon Salzberg. I don't know if you've heard of her.
I have.
She is well known, especially for metta meditation, the loving kindness meditation. And she has some lovely, they're guides, but they're more than that. They're life lessons. You're learning to breathe. You're learning to go within. You're learning non-judgment. So important. We judge ourselves so harshly. And that's so sad because we take the joy out of ourselves. We belong in the happiness jungle.
Thank you.
We are meant to be joyful.
Yes. And let's talk about joy, okay, and joyfulness, because this is one of the things when I'm up on stages and speaking at conventions that I speak about, and I let people know happiness are people, places, things, the material things. That's what brings us happiness, but joy is inner peace. And so many people come to me and say, how do I obtain the joy within? And I share with them, just like you're sharing with our audience, is that we have to find your peace within so you could have the joy and relaxing. There are so many people that aren't sleeping at night because, just like you said, their wheels are turning 1,000 miles a minute and they don't know how just to quiet it down. And what I share with people is that, number one, when you're getting ready to go to sleep, you want to wind down with the things that you've accomplished in the day, not with the things that are still on your to-do list. That's one of the biggest things that people could do for themselves, is just finding that inner peace to say, I'm good, I'm great, I'm okay, I'm joyful. Share it with our audience, your thoughts on the true meaning of having that inner peace of joy.
I think that inner peace of joy is called gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
Gratitude, however you express it, is what brings true joy.
Mm.
Gratitude reminds us how blessed we are. It reminds us how much we have,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily things, but eyesight, the ability to see color, friends, the ability to be grateful.
Mm-hmm.
We can be grateful for that.
Yes.
And I think that's what brings real joy.
Mm. I love this show, and I hope that each one of our listeners today are feeling as calm as I do. You have put me into such a tranquil, wonderful, joyful state that I appreciate our show today. And the other thing that I want us to speak about to our audience is forgiveness. Because there are so many people hanging on to things that they are literally, whether it's regrets, different feelings of things that have happened to us. And when I say that, I also speak on the philosophy of live life on purpose. It's not what happens to you, it's what happens for you. And you have to learn forgiveness. And I didn't say you have to call the person who you need to forgive, because forgiveness is for you. So you stop drinking the poison. So share with us, what are the ways that people could really incorporate forgiveness to have that joyful inner peace?
One thing is to think about the notion that if you truly love, there is never a reason to forgive, because there can never be an offense. If you truly love, because then you truly accept the person for exactly how he or she is, and love the person for being exactly who and how and what he or she is. So love is the antidote to resentment. Love is the antidote to many things. Resentment is one. So we know that when we resent, when we hold a grudge, we hurt ourselves more than anyone else. Some of us have learned that many times when we hold a grudge or a resentment, that in fact the person we are resenting never meant anything by it. Whatever the offense was, never meant anything by it. We assumed motivations that are perhaps not valid. So we forgive for ourselves. And the best way to do it is to love. So what are the blessings of the person? What blessings does that person bring to you? And include,
or has brought to you, because there are many times that people have challenges and the other party is already gone. So I want to make sure that that our audience understands that, again, just love and wish well, right? Wish spiritual wellness to all, because that brings you your inner peace of joy.
Yes. And the way I love to feel forgiveness is called Ho'oponopono. It's an Hawaiian practice of reconciliation. And it can be sort of encapsulated in a prayer that they say. And it's very simple. It's 4 lines. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. even if you're the one who feels offended.
Mm-hmm.
There's some way in which you are responsible.
Mm-hmm.
And so you ask for forgiveness.
Mm.
It's
I like
not
that.
giving, but
Taking
asking.
taking ownership of what belongs to you and releasing the rest.
Correct.
Carolyn, you're not going to believe this, but our time is almost up this afternoon. Hard to believe,
Oh,
right? I know. The quickest 27 minutes of our lives just
yes.
happened. I want our audience to know, how can they get a hold of you?
The best way is email. It's Carolyn, Carolyn, at essentiallyholy.com. And I would love to hear from your audience. I think that would be, it would be a great joy for me to hear from people that know you
I love
and
that.
follow
I
you.
just love it. Wow. Well, everybody, you've heard it from the best of the best, and I encourage you to get a hold of Carolyn Jenkins. And she is going to help you be calmer, more joyful, bring more happiness into your world, and fill you with spiritual wellness that you never even thought was possible, because she is the real deal. And I know this because of who she associates with, where she has been, and what she does on a day-to-day basis. So with that, everybody, we want to wish you happiness, inner peace of joy, and for you to contact Carolyn ASAP, because it will absolutely be worth a conversation. So that's it for now, everybody. I never said life was easy, but I did say you can be happier. It's up to you to hold your own flashlight so you could shine bright. Bye-bye for now, everybody. Bye, Carolyn. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Oh, thank you.